Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something clicked.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then her child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny. I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things. Of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Hello.
I didn't screw it up. I don't know why, but
you've done it perfectly.
It's strange because I have to check the email. Even though I thought I had an account and it's wrong, but it made me access to the website. But I don't know. Okay.
You're here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm already anxious.
Yeah, feeling anxious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some anxiety too. Maybe we can tune into those parts and see what they need from us. I'm checking inside my system. Just start with how you notice it. See if they have a message for you.
The judgment as always. Yeah.
Judgment.
Even though I know that everyone has this problem.
Yeah, the judgment part makes it sound tells you that you're the only one or that you have a special problem with it.
Yeah. We are the only one who makes mistakes.
Yeah. And is it mistakes is it concerned that you'll make mistakes in this conversation with me?
Yeah. In general, I'm not the most adept. I don't know the term. I'm kind of autistic. I have the diagnosis. I'm not self-diagnosed. But I know how to behave in general conversation. But I have maybe it's a part that constantly monitor myself to do it right. You have to make certain. You have to obey certain rules of conversation. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Well, normally those rules are pretty important. I just want to invite that part and let you and that part know that in this type of conversation, I can't really think of any rules that you would need to obey. I have some rules that I'm trying to follow. So I have my parts worried about being adept, because I have a specific, process as a practitioner, as a guide. But
it sounds complicated. I kind of imagine. I tried to. Sorry, I'm medesimare. Put myself in your shoes, and I thought, how can you process so many things? Because in a single phrase, there could be so many clues hidden, no?
Yeah, certainly. Well, I'm sure that I fail to process 90% of those clues, so I just do my best.
Yeah. That's the problem with my part from before. You can miss the rules from before. They kind of include the being the most friendly, understanding, the best. Conversationalist. Yeah. Possible. Yeah. It's a crazy standard, but
Yeah. Well, again, I think that makes a lot of sense. In our normal relationships, we want to put our best foot forward, and we want to play by the many, many unwritten rules. And so I just want to let that part know that makes sense to me. I have those parts too. And in this conversation, it might get to take a break, because you can say whatever you want.
He's gonna keep watch about maybe.
But like, you and I aren't trying to make friends here. Like, I'm not going to be judging you for anything you share. In fact, by being vulnerable and by going to places that you wouldn't maybe normally go in a conversation with a stranger, I think that lets us do really amazing work. So I don't know. I just want to send that message to that part.
Thank you. Thank you. It's kind of complicated. I just explained the general thing that this part applies it to every conversation, because my mother was very controlling, so I guess the part imitated. It's okay. I just there's I wanted to notice this part, but I wanted to ask you from the problem from before, when I talked to you about the fake part. The fake part, the one that was despised by the others. I kind of noticed that the role became reversed. It's like this part had to conform to the expectations of the angry part, or the scared part, the phoning part, and so on. And I wanted to know how to. What's your experience if you met a part like this?
Okay. Well,
if you have.
Yeah. From what you've told me about the part, I don't know much about it. So I can tell you what my experience is in meeting all kinds of parts, because this experience is kind of similar in a lot of ways. But I haven't met a part that I don't like, or that I can't find a reason to like. I haven't met a part that doesn't have a good intention for the system. And so anything that I'm excited about meeting parts, even though in myself or in others, it feels like it can be scary, or we're going to learn something dark and dirty and bad or something. Kind of
mine ones are there are a few ones that are spicy. One of them is convinced that he kind of killed one of the exile. It's really it's I feel a bit judgy, like it's not cute at all, this part.
Right.
So I have parts like this. I kind of wanted to see if anyone ever had this kind of experience, to normalize it. Because I tend to, it's so abnormal. Oh my God, you're the only one on the planet. You have this problem. I doubt. I seriously doubt. But
well, again, if I knew more about the part, I could tell you how normal it sounds to me. I haven't heard much about the parts yet, but that's usually my experience. Also, is that people have parts that they feel like are unique to them. And I haven't met parts that are, they're all unique in a way, but they seem to also have to show up in others, or they have similar traits to other people's parts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how where to begin.
Okay, I got some ideas. So some ways I like to begin are to offer a minute or two of meditation, and just to listen out and just feel around, feel what comes up for you in your body. So that's one way to start. Would you like to do that?
I don't know from what part. I don't know if I have to focus on the fake part, or the other one. That thinks he killed my authentic part, I guess. That's yes.
So, another way that I often suggest that people pick a part is by asking who needs your attention the most. And that could be something that you do right now, or it could be something that you do in a minute of meditation, for example. You can just kind of be quiet, let them speak, and they'll often tell you which of them needs your attention the most.
Maybe the second one.
Okay.
I thought I had to proceed in a certain order, but apparently it's not.
No, we don't have to go in any order.
Maybe there's a part that feels ashamed, that doesn't want to speak about the second type of part, because I try to read about other experiences also in the subreddit and so on, and I didn't see a part. Angry parts like mine, so I just it's just food for the shame part. Oh, you see.
People could be using different language, or when I hear you say that, I want the shame part to know that does make sense to me, that you might have shame about that, about being unique in that way. But even if you did have parts that I hadn't encountered before, or that nobody had encountered before, I wouldn't feel like, I wouldn't think less of you, or think that should be shameful. For me, that would be interesting, and I'd be curious about it.
My partner, I don't know. It's making me laugh because it's strange. I'm not interesting. I'm boring. I'm bad.
Yeah, right. So, right. So you have one part saying you're boring, and another part saying you're so unique that no one else has
strange.
the parts like you. Mm-hmm.
I can't win. I can't win
That's
with
right.
them.
No. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now this part is trying to speak. It's like saying I had to kill the exile,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not even for a good reason. It was all for nothing.
Okay.
And so there's sometimes I feel bouts of anger. I try to let them go, maybe with some imaginative exercises, even venting the anger. But maybe I feel kind of scared of this part, and that's why
that makes sense
I can't. I feel like I can't use the method like I usually do.
Right, because you're too scared of the part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I'm sweating.
What's that?
I'm sweating.
You're sweating? Yeah. Yeah, you can just let that part know that you see it, that you're feeling it, that you feel the way it makes you sweat, you feel that it's anxious or scared, that it's welcome, that its concerns are welcome. That I'm happy to talk with it about any of its concerns or anything about it.
It's kind of scared because I fear that I could let it sleep with. I could. I don't. Sorry, I don't know how to say it in English. I will. It's scared. I will talk to my mother about it. That she was the problem.
Yeah. And it's scared about you talking to your mother in the external world?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't want you to do that.
Yeah, I don't even want to do that. I think not even the angry part wants to insult her. I don't, but it's not. It would not be good.
Yeah. Does the angry part feel like it's allowed to insult her just when it's between you and the angry part?
Yeah, but it doesn't want to cause waves in the real world. It's okay doing waves sessions, but I don't want to cause troubles.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that having a good relationship with that angry part would be important, because if it doesn't trust you, then it might feel the need to cause trouble out there in the world.
And it's now it's answering to me for some reason. Before it was tight-lipped. It's because she betrayed us. She betrayed.
Yeah. How do you feel towards that angry part?
She's right. The part she's absolutely right. But it's useless even talking to her, because I know she's a product of their family. Family was a narcissistic, like.
It's useless to talk to your mother?
Yeah.
Okay. It might be.
Yes, it will be useless because she's a classic. It's like codependent, but really enmeshing. Yeah, and so every criticism it will be perceived like, oh, I'm not good enough, or you're a bad daughter, so on. I don't want to waste time.
So the angry part is mad that she betrayed you, and the angry part wants to insult her, and then you have another part saying, well, that would be useless. There's no reason to talk to her for any
absolutely.
reason. Great, that makes sense to me. Will the part that is worried about the angry part talking to her, will it give you some space just so that you can get to know the angry part a little better?
Yeah. I don't think I'll suddenly stand up and go insult my mother in the meanwhile. Okay.
Yeah, it feels safe. It feels safe for you to talk to the angry part.
For the moment, yes.
Great. Yeah, that's all we're asking. Just for a little bit of time, just to talk to parts. How do you feel towards the angry part?
It's like I have to stop her, but it's strange because it's not more mentally as before, it's more physically. Like there's I'm trembling for some reason. It's like I'm trying to stop myself. I don't know.
Yeah, the angry part feels like it would physically kind of take you over, and you have this other part that says, oh, wait, stop.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's more physical, the angry part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
I didn't realize that.
Maybe you could ask the angry part not to overwhelm you. Let it know that we'd like to get to know it, and it would be best.
Yeah. Now that you notice that it's more physical, it's kind of calmed down.
Yeah. Just ask it not to overwhelm you.
It's like now she has a form. It's like a child, really angry, acting a little like not like a bully, but a strong child.
Yeah.
Strange.
How do you feel towards her?
Now it's kind of cute.
Yeah. Are you curious about her?
Partly still scared, but I'm curious as well.
Okay. Just ask the scared part for space. Let it know that if it needs to come back in, it can. And then we're only going to try to ask questions of this child and learn about what she needs and what she's feeling.
She told me already. She's a little vulgar. I'll omit the vulgar parts, but referring to my mother, she needs to shut up.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you why this little girl says that?
Yes, absolutely. It makes sense.
Yeah. Will you let her know that that makes sense to you?
She's answering, yeah, but you don't do anything.
And does that make sense to you why she's upset that you don't do anything about it?
Yeah. But I can't win.
Let her know that that makes sense to you also?
Both sides have they're right, but at the same time I don't know.
Let's just stay listening to her and trying to understand her. She says that mom needs to shut up, and she says that you don't do anything about it, and she's upset about that, right? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you just show her that that makes sense to you? And that it's okay for her to feel that way with you?
Now she seems a little sad.
Are you okay with her being sad with you?
Yeah.
You tell her that. Tell her that it's okay to be sad with you.
Now she's puffing up. No, not sad. I'm strong. But she's still sad.
Yeah, maybe she's sad and strong.
Because being vulnerable, it wasn't a good idea in the family.
Right. And that was true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can let her know that you see that too. That she wasn't allowed to be vulnerable, or she didn't feel it was safe to be vulnerable.
she returned angry again.
Are you okay with her going back between angry and sad?
Mm-hmm.
Is she aware of you? Does she feel like she notices your presence?
Mm-hmm. She's telling me I'm fake. Maybe I don't. Usually not in self, so maybe there's a blend part.
Yeah. Do you know what other parts might be blended with you right now? I think I can hear one, or I've sensed one.
It's probably the concern part that doesn't want to talk about it with my mother.
Yeah.
But it's strange because it feels more general, like hiding how I feel. In general, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one, the fake one.
Yeah, and I just want you to know from me that I never tell people what they should do. Like, no matter what comes out of our conversation, I'm not going to say you should go talk to your mother.
It's a good idea because it's kind of complicated even for the person in the situation.
Yeah. So all I care about in these conversations is how you talk to your own parts. So you can let it know that in this conversation, we just want to talk to parts. And you could even promise it and say, whatever this part tells me, I'm not going to just go do it. I just want to learn.
I think probably the problem was more in the past. In
Okay.
the present, right now, I'm kind of isolating from her. It's kind of fine. The part where just wants a little bit of revenge, but it would be a compensation. I don't know.
Is it okay with you that the part wants revenge?
Yeah, but maybe in the past it would be better, like like an exile retrieval or something like that, no?
Right now, that part has the feeling of wanting revenge, right?
Mm-mm.
Are you okay with her having that feeling right now?
Yeah. Not showing, not acting on this need.
I'm only talking about how she feels, and if you're okay with how she feels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Will you show her that you're okay with her wanting revenge right now?
Now she's smiling. Yeah.
Yeah. We're okay with her wanting revenge right now. She's allowed to have those feelings, and those feelings make sense.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with her. She's not crazy. She's not evil. She just has feelings. Is there more she wants you to know about herself or how she's feeling?
She's pointing to the exile, I guess, or maybe a vulnerable part, but it's kind of hidden. It's strange. It's like it's there, but it's not. Maybe it was the killed part.
And why does she want to point to that part right now? What's important to her about that part?
Because she's the part in need. Yeah, and my tone changed. It must be right.
Okay. Earlier, I was going to mention a part that I thought might be blended with you. Would you be okay if I share just what I think might be?
Yeah.
What I'm hearing? I'm hearing a lot of laughter. Yeah.
You go.
And I'm thinking that's probably a part that kind of makes light of things or finds or maybe thinks this is silly. These parts are crazy. This isn't serious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stop. Stop.
It feels like it can't stop. Just let it know that we see it. And it's okay. It doesn't have to stop. But just acknowledge that it's there.
Oh, there's another part. Oh, you're so stupid. Maybe they're a little. One is policing the other.
Mm-hmm. You say more about that? How one is policing the other?
The shame part is trying to police every unusual reaction behavior, and the laughing part as well.
Yeah.
And the laughing part is trying to not showing vulnerability.
That all makes a lot of sense to me.
The same function. They have the same function. Why they don't agree? They don't get along.
Right. Yeah. And the shaming part says that this is so stupid. These parts are stupid. Yeah, I get why it thinks that. But I haven't heard any parts yet that whose reasons don't make sense to me. It makes sense to me why the shaming part is shaming. It makes sense to me why the laughing part is laughing. It makes sense to me why the betrayed little girl wants revenge. That all seems like, I was going to say normal. It seems like, yeah, I get it, you know? It makes sense that they would want that.
Mm-hmm.
How do they feel hearing me say that?
Maybe there's a theory part. I don't know.
A what part? Teary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they not used to feeling like anybody understands them or is on their side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one, they're trying to cover it. No, don't cry, don't show me, don't cry. Laugh, it's better.
Yeah, well, being teary makes sense to me too. So yeah, I don't think laughing is better than crying. I don't think crying's better than laughing. I think they're both there for a really good reason.
Yeah, it's not like I'm at a funeral. It's not. It's not that kind of emergency.
Is that the laughing part saying it's no big deal? Stop crying. You're not at a funeral.
Yeah, it's kind of trying to make a joke out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can just let it know it doesn't have to do that with me. It doesn't have to do that here. I want to get to know any of the parts that show up, including it. And it doesn't have to try to manipulate or make me think anything about you or your parts. It's not going to change the way that I feel.
I didn't notice all of these defenses. It's complicated. Now I understand a little bit why I get anxiety attack at every interaction.
Yeah, because you have a lot of parts coming up that you didn't notice.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. And the parts
only the tip of the iceberg.
That's right. And that's right, it is. And the parts are feeling the parts are feeling teary because they haven't felt noticed. That's what they said. Because they feel like nobody gets them or is on their side.
Yeah, it's probably because she was kind of shaming my mother in the past. She was like constructive criticism. They're not in her vocabulary at all.
So I think what I'm hearing now is like a storytelling or a dot connecting part that's trying to tell me.
Sure.
Trying to tell me why the parts are there. Which could be true. It could be true, but I think that's also a part that can relax, because my only goal is to help the self connect with the parts. The parts feel like they haven't been noticed, and you feel like you haven't noticed them. And to me, that's the thing that we can do something about.
Yeah, you're spot on. Yeah. It's all defensive, I guess, because you have to justify, the craziness. That's why she's crazy. It's because of that. It's not her fault. Deflecting.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is crazy. I don't think you're crazy. I don't think your mother's crazy. I think you have parts. I think she has parts. Just like everybody.
I was trying to connect with the group.
Yeah. Do they like being noticed by you?
Yeah, they're nervous.
They're nervous about being noticed by you?
By anyone. They like to be hidden.
What about just noticed by you? Not noticed by me or anybody else? How do they feel about that?
They answered me, but you're judgy.
Oh, you're judgy?
Apart from me, I guess.
That's right. I guess so too. A part of you is judgy. And we keep hearing from parts that judge other parts, don't we? Yeah, so you can let the parts know that you see that you see that you have a judgy part, or maybe lots of judgy parts. And let them know that. Yeah, one, okay. Well,
I want to be normal. I don't want to be autistic.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I think
You're not. You can become. You can unbecome autistic. I know.
Maybe you're autistic, and maybe you can't unbecome it. I don't know that that's.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how the judgment helps that, but.
Yeah. No.
And I think that there are a lot more than one part that's judgy. I think the laughter is judging. I think the shaming is judging. I think the concern about what you talk about, or the concern about being normal, that's judging. The little girl thought that you were fake. She's judging. So all these parts have different judgments of each other, which is normal.
I'm sensing a team.
Well, yeah, they are on teams, but they're also on opposite teams too. You can be the
team
one.
like I don't know. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Like a topic.
Uh-huh. Okay.
They have the same.
Well, they have similar ways of seeing each other, which is judgmental. That's because they aren't self, and that's normal for parts. Parts don't have the same kind of compassion and curiosity and kindness and patience that self has. So when they say, "Don't notice us because you're judgy," they're talking about a part. But there is also one of you who is patient and compassionate. And you can notice all of them. You can be with all of them.
Maybe I don't know. I kind of tried, but it happens only rarely and not in a controlling way. Because if I try, I automatically switch to parts.
Yep. Well, I think that's normal too. I think all of us, we try really hard. It doesn't work. It happens rarely. And that's why this is a practice. This is a lifelong practice. And you can get better at it. And you get better at it by getting parts to give you space, by noticing them, giving them a name, and just seeing how they show up. And just keep showing up for them and saying, "I want to see you. I want to know you."
I found out the new part, the one I want to be normal. I thought it was a collateral, a secondary part, but it's kind of important.
Yeah, wanting to be normal. So how's it feel now that you're noticing that part?
And now that I didn't try getting into self, I felt a little bit of compassion for the part that wants to be normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's usually how it goes. If we try too hard, then the trying too hard part is working. But really, to understand parts, self is already in there. So we don't have to make it happen. We just need parts to give us some space.
Yeah, that's what I like about IFS, because in the past I tried compassion meditation without the IFS part because I didn't
I've tried that too.
It was impossible.
Yeah, it's really hard.
It was making me rage, the angry parts. I couldn't even try to meditate.
Yeah, I've tried it too. Be grateful, be grateful, be grateful. I'm not grateful. My back hurts. And now there's something wrong with me because I'm not grateful.
Yeah. That's classic.
Yeah.
I hate that in websites they don't explain this.
Well, they're not. It's because they don't know about IFS. IFS is new, and it's very uncommon. I mean, this is very uncommon what we're doing, and I think it's very innovative. So not only is it new to you, it happens rarely, I'm still practicing, it's new to me, but it's really new to the world. So we're being very not normal in practicing IFS, but I think that's really exciting. I think we have something really special here.
I like this kind of abnormal, yeah. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. How would you feel about turning back to that angry child?
That's interesting. It's like they're facing each other off, this being normal part with the angry part. they're staring daggers with hostility. Okay.
Yeah. See if you can just get them. Ask them for just a couple minutes, because you were talking with this angry child and you were starting to get to see her better, and then she said that you were fake, and I just want to get back to that and let her know that there is a you in there that is very genuine.
Oh, the child, but she's dead. It's not possible, but she's convinced. She's convinced.
Who's dead?
The authentic part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the child doesn't know that part. Hasn't seen that part in a long time.
She's the same part that killed her, so that's maybe why she's convinced of that she's dead.
Yeah. So I have some news for you in your parts.
It's not possible. I know.
That's my understanding, is that parts don't die.
Yeah.
Now there could be exceptions, you know. If you have a brain trauma, or if you have some other, you know, severe, if you're in a coma, you know, there are ways to turn out certain lights, but assume that
it didn't happen any of it. So yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So your brain is in one piece, and and your heart also still works. Yeah, they're all in there, and the compassionate part of you is in there. And if the part thinks that it's dead, it just means she hasn't seen it, and you can help show her.
The part doesn't feel dead. It's strangely enough, it's like the angry part ignores deliberately the fact that she's still alive. Mm-hmm. No, she's dead. She's dead. Maybe it's a protection. Oh,
maybe you could ask her. You could ask her why she wants to believe that this part is dead.
Yeah, because it's dangerous being alive.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
You let her know that makes sense?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Will you tell her that it makes sense to you that it's dangerous to be alive?
Now she's angry with me because I'm blinded with the other part. Oh my God.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you? That she would be angry that you get blended? Let her know that that makes sense. And you could say that you're sorry. That you're sorry that you've been blended and that you haven't been there for her.
She's I don't know the term. She's kind of glad. Oh yeah, okay. Apologize, accept.
Did you apologize?
Yeah.
Was the apology authentic?
Yeah, because I noticed it. Like, oh, sorry, my bad. Like this.
And what's it been like for her to not know you and to feel like you're always blended and that she doesn't, and she's not able to
frustrating,
connect and show you?
So
and how long has it been like that for her?
Oh, my entire life. like from maybe.
So I'm wondering, and again, I'm just sensing, I'm hearing the laughter, and I'm hearing a part that when it says it's sorry, it says, hey, sorry, my bad. This little girl, for her whole life, hasn't felt like she's able to connect with the authentic part of you. And she's saying, you're fake, you're blended. And your apology is, haha, my bad.
So I wonder, that one maybe I'm not directed to her.
Okay, maybe I was just hearing that. I wasn't hearing it, the way you showed it to her. But I imagine that you're connecting with her and your deepening of your relationship with her, that could take months. It might not be something that happens in such a quick conversation. So any part that might be in a hurry or might be trying to laugh it off or hurry through any of this. Just let it know that this little girl has been waiting her whole life for someone to understand her and for someone to be authentic with her.
Sorry. Sorry, it kind of happened really fast. I laughed because the angry part seems really smiling, like in a kind way. So not
good.
typical of the normal fury that's present.
Yeah, that's good.
That's why.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't. It was all on my mind.
You don't need to apologize to me, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm reading you wrong, because I'm not in there, so I don't know. I was just trying to give a caution that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sometimes people rush through this, and it's important to really listen to the parts and understand just what it's been like for them. So I think it's great. She's smiling, and you gave an authentic apology. Then you're doing the right things.
Yeah, my parts tend to not believe me. They're contrary. They can. I can't. Absolutely, I can't rush things because they don't believe me. They see my shit immediate. Yeah. They're really alert. So
right, and they should be, because they've seen you. They've seen how you blend.
Oh yeah, it's because I always have this facade, so they're trained to do it as well, I guess.
Yeah. So the little girl is smiling.
Yeah.
What does she want from you going forward?
She wants to. The first words were revive the small one, but maybe it's too soon because there's another anxious part that maybe it's not so safe connecting with the part.
Okay, that anxious one could be right. Maybe it's not safe yet.
Yeah. Now I have a lead about how to proceed.
That's right. You have a lead.
Yeah. Before it's like they were frozen.
Yeah.
Maybe they needed someone understanding, like, you're not abnormal, and
that's what they all need.
Yeah,
they need your understanding, and you're the only one who can understand them to that capacity. I can't do it. I can never know your parts the way that you can know them.
Your
mother can't come in and fix it. You're the one that can do it. You're the only one who can do it.
Yeah, like sorry. I needed a little push to begin. I meant that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love pushing people.
Sounds so strange.
Yeah, and people push me back in a good way. So I'm really happy to be doing this, and I've enjoyed our conversation. I agree. It sounds like you have a lead. You have an angry part who's not so angry anymore, who thought you were fake, who has seen your authentic side. You have a small one that needs reviving, that you now see more clearly. And you met some other parts and distinguished some other parts, like the laughing one and the judging, want to be normal.
I have to note some of this part because now I fear that I'm going to forget one of them. I know my I have problems with memory in general.
Yeah, I can send you the call right after we get off the phone.
Oh, good idea.
I think so. One of my best ideas ever. Record IFS calls.
There's also note in the right side Oh, I feel so stupid right now. I don't use Zoom at all normally. You didn't notice.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you said or what you're talking about.
And in the Zoom window, there's also notes. Even maybe there's even the possibility to do notes. So I felt a little. Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you put notes there? No.
I kind of felt a little ashamed. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to do notes. Sorry.
You can take notes wherever you want. I don't use the Zoom notes. I don't see any if you put them in there.
I'm trying to make, but I create a note, but there's no button. I feel superior again. Well, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna make a note, little note in the browser. It's okay.
Great. Okay, so you're feeling good? Feeling pushed?
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for letting me in on it. It's nice to hear your voice again.
Hey, thanks to you. I really needed a second point of view. I was lost in my parts.
Yeah, glad I could help.
Thank you very much. Very much.
Yeah. Okay, I'll send you the call and we can talk again if you like.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.